Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to a viewer replay. This is from Hitlog+, he's in the QSF-C clan. QSF, I wonder what that stands for. And, well, yeah, I better not say anything, there will be words. He's in the T-34-1, the Chinese Tier 7 medium tank. Now, this is, I think, fairly well acknowledged generally to be a very decent Tier 7, one of the best of the Tier 7 mediums. And it's where the Chinese medium line starts to get interesting. Not to say that the Tier 6 isn't a good machine, it's basically a T-34-85, but with, I think, the middle gun, something like that. You get the 85mm gun that the T-34-85 has as a middle gun, and you don't really get an upgrade, but I think you get some better stats as a result. This is a big upgrade gun-wise. It gets a 100mm gun with 175 average pen, and that is also what you get as the stock gun on the IS-2. So this is pretty much almost a heavy tank gun, and that is that's some of the flavour of the Chinese mediums generally, is that they pack a lot of firepower for a medium tank, but they pay penalties for it in other ways, chiefly in gun depression, as you're seeing here. So we have a first, yeah, I don't know why this replay does that. It's done it a couple of times. I've watched this through a couple of times, but does it every time. So he's got a first customer, and this E25 is not backing off. He's not got any friends. He's not waiting for backup. He's not running away. He's just sitting there, taking it to the face. I wouldn't call that the best plan, to be honest, but, you know, it's a plan. It's a plan that'll get you killed, but it's certainly a plan. Now, we can see here at work, I mean, the E25 doesn't have the best penetration, but the other good feature of the Chinese mediums from Tier 7 upwards is they have pretty good turret armor. So, that tank wasn't particularly a threat anyway, but even so, his turret was very easily taking care of those E25 shots. However, he's taken a little bit of damage from that Cheeto who was paying attention. There are also other tanks over there. You can see that house getting demolished. So he's got to be cautious here, because he really doesn't have much in the way of backup, and there are a number of tanks that are taking an interest in him, shall we say. And oh, hello, there's a Tiger P. Okay. He does have very good matchmaking here. Can we get the commander's hatch? He's aiming. No, okay. He does have very good matchmaking, but one of the top tier heavies, the Tiger, is playing extremely passively. He's basically camping just outside the cap circle effectively. Maybe he normally plays tank destroyers, maybe that's where he normally goes in tank destroyers, and despite the fact he's in a top tier heavy, that's where he's going to go this time, because why change the habit of a lifetime, I guess? The E25 is slightly in trouble. He's in a very open position, and Hitlog realises that he doesn't have much in the way of support if that Tiger P comes forward. So he's going to back off, basically. The Tiger 1, at least, you know, if that Tiger P comes around, the Tiger H, as we can call it to distinguish it, can at least give some fire support. So this SU has been a bit more aggressive. He's gone after the E25 and killed the E25. So if Hitlog can take this guy down, well, he's got a big gun, he's got a fast rate of fire. He doesn't have particularly great armor or hit points though, so that's an easy two-shot kill. But here's the Tiger P, and things are about to get interesting, because he's, what, a two... well, not really a two-shot kill. Definitely not a two-shot kill, a three-shot kill for the Tiger maybe. And, oh, well, there's a bit of luck though, that first one goes in his tracks. And lower front plate, yep. This is really the only tier where the Tiger P's frontal armor becomes that bounce though, especially effective, and even then it has numerous weak spots at the front to take advantage of. But yeah, I think that that first bounce, and that was off the front plate, and that second one I'm pretty sure was off the turret. So yeah, Hitlog is, I think, is doing this basically, and there we go, the first damage he actually takes. He's not only trying to throw off the aim of the Tiger P by just bumping him and being aggressive here, but also he's relying... he wants to put his strongest armour in play there, which is his turret armour. So if he can force the Tiger to only take shots at his turret, that's got a better chance of bouncing than his hull armour, even though his hull armour did actually bounce a shot, so that was quite lucky. So that's why he was playing like that there. Sometimes that kind of aggression helps. If you know you can't make a getaway, then you can at least try and throw off their aim, and you can try and get your strongest armour into play. So it's just looking for other shots. That Cheeto's behind a house. The rest of the team's a bit scattered, but 7-10, I mean, 8-10 now. This is not looking like a total waffle stomp. We might do this despite the fact that our Tiger 1 has done very little. So he's going to go back to his initial position. The Cheeto is quite possibly still there. If he is, he's alone, and that's useful. I should say this is a 9.1 replay, so the KV-1S that's on the map, you know, that is the Tier 6 KV-1S. He's going to the aid of the IS-2, who is 2 versus 1 at the moment, but the 2 versus 1 was the Tier 7, the T-43, and the KV-1, so that wasn't too much trouble. And there's the Cheeto, so we're going to take him out. So I think one of the other ways in which this tank is balanced with its good gun is, you can see there, he's actually starting to run out of ammunition now. He's down to 8 AP shells, and he's got 3 APCR and 3 HE. So, although we're down to the last couple of enemies, it's possible he might run out of AP and APCR. We'll see how it works out. The KV-3 is a pretty tough target, so if he bounces any shells on that guy, you know. And of course the SU-152 has got that magnetic gun manlet, so that's always a possibility as well. So the Tiger is still alive, he's still guarding the cap, so we know if anyone pushes up the 890 line, they're probably going to get spotted by him. We can't really rely on the Tiger to actually stop them effectively, maybe, given just the fact that he's been camping there the whole game at all, and he's still got full health. He's, you know, that's usually an indicator of somebody's level of play if that's what they've done all game, is just sit at the back and camp. But he's still going to be able to spot, so that's not nothing. The IS-2 and the KV-1 are pushing up the 123 line. This is a bit, you know, this situation here is a bit, he's trying to spot, and oh, there's one of the Tier 5s, okay. It's a dangerous Tier 5 though, that thing gets a very nice gun. Everyone's a bit split up. I mean, the KV-1S and the IS-2 are supporting each other, but the IS-2 is fairly low health, as you can see. And this is both of the Tier 5s. We've now got their location down. Ooh, that must have been a very, you know, heart-in-mouth wait to get his tracks up, by the way, because he used his repair kit already. So the SU and the KV-3 are still, their current positions are unaccounted for. So the IS-2 and the KV-1S might run smack bang into them. It all depends on how much health they've got left. Hitlog+, in the meantime, doesn't have much health left. He's down to his last 100 hit points, and I think that S-35 has the 105mm gun and just rolled low with 236. I mean, that, I think that could be possible with a 105mm gun. That gets an average 300 damage. So it would be a very low roll for that gun, but it's possible. It could also be the 90mm gun, that the anti-tank version of the 90mm gun that the BDR gets, which has an average of 240. So maybe it was that one, but given the length of reload, I suspect it was the 105mm. So there's the KV-3, he's still got nearly 1,000 health left. And Hitlog's being cautious here, because the S-35, even though it's 2 tiers lower than him, could easily kill him. But, oh, there we go, there he is. So it's time to move up. Time to use that medium mobility. And he doesn't have 6th sense in this tank, so he doesn't know if he's spotted or not. But it's just being cautious here. But no, he's looking the other way. And, oh, that misses. And he kills the IS-2. That's not good. Now, by firing, he'll have given his position away. Quite possibly, because the S-35's got a very good view range. Looking at the gun on the silhouette of the S-35, maybe he did have the short 90mm gun, because it wasn't the 105. The 105's a pretty big gun on that thing. Anyway, SU and the KV-3 are both spotted by the KV-1S, who's seriously low health now. The Tiger is finally moving outside of the base zone, so he might be able to give some fire support, but side of a KV-3, you really couldn't ask for more than that. However, he's turning to face Hitlog, so Hitlog's got to be a bit cautious here. There's also the fact that the SU-152 is still in play to consider. He doesn't want to pop out to shoot the KV-3 and then get nuked by the SU when he's trying to, you know, duck back into cover. So he's really got to rely on, I was going to say the KV-1S to spot, but the KV-1S is in the same position. He's got that same problem. Oh, nice, that's very lucky. Takes him down to 5 health. He also took the KV-3's tracks, so the KV-3 had absolutely no possibility to return fire. Down to his last 3 AP shells, but side of the SU, who is now alone and outnumbered, he's in a very bad situation. So it's just a case of, can he get this top gun? Which would be pretty nice. on top of everything else. Oh, that missed! The Tiger is firing as well, but that's pretty ineffectual fire. Or maybe it is the 105mm that S-35 had. It's quite hard to tell from that glimpse. Down to his last AP shell. Can he get this? If he rolls high enough, it's going to be 6 kills, it's going to be a top gun. Everybody else seems to be missing him so far. So it's one of those situations where you're thinking, oh, can I get the top gun? Oh, and the Tiger lands a hit, but it rolls low. Go on, pull the trigger, pull the trigger. He really doesn't want to miss that shot. And there we go. Bam. The last 10 health and a top gun. Pretty nice. So let's take a look at the scores from that. For his efforts, Hitlog got an Ace Tanker badge, and it's a pretty good result, even for being top tier. He actually got 1798 base XP. For top tier, that is impressive. He got a high caliber medal, he got a top gun and a steel wall as well. He actually bounced enough shots there to earn him a steel wall. He, as you can see, did by far the most damage in the team. 4,845 damage with 6 kills. The KV-1S was actually second place on the team. He did pretty respectably for his tiering, but he had a big gun even so. Then it was the IS, Yak Panther. The Tiger did not do so well. 16 shots fired, 9 hits, 4 pens. So he, the fact that he was still alive at the end there was good, but he really didn't add that much to the team. But even so, in terms of score, he was still halfway up. The rest of the team was actually worse than that guy. So Hitlog had to work pretty hard to actually pull that to be a victory, as opposed to, if he died, I don't think that would have been a win. But it was a close run thing, even so. It did come down to the last couple of tanks on each side. It could easily have gone the other way. So, all in all, I think that was a pretty impressive result, and I'm actually quite looking forward to this tank. I'm still on the Type 58 myself, but I'm slowly getting towards having this unlocked, because of course from the Type 58 you unlock both the IS-2 and the T-34-1. IS-2 was my obvious priority as it's a heavy tank, and hey, that's how I roll. But, I've seen enough good stuff about this particular machine, the T-34-1, that actually I'm quite keen on trying this out as well. And there aren't that many medium lines where I think to myself, actually I would really like to give that a go. But this, this particular one, it does seem worthwhile. It does seem like there are some good machines on the Chinese medium line. So it might take me a little while, but I will get there. So if you enjoyed this replay, you can leave any comments below, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, stay tuned for more.